back to another video. And today we're going to be doing another Dino Dan Dino Cam pack review. And yeah, this time it's going to be on the Dino Dana pack. And this pack has the second most amount of species in well, all of the packs. I did actually do the diverse species part 3, which is the one that has the most species, and this one has the second most species. Also, I think it has the best models since it has quite a few models from Dino Dana the movie. And yeah, hopefully we also get a Dino Dex pack in the future, which we probably will get that soon, so we can actually get a good look at the models. And whenever that pack comes out, I'll probably buy it and do a video on it. But anyways, let's jump into this one. And so yeah, again, I took it outside, which I actually don't film outside too often. Maybe I'll do more videos outside. But anyways, yeah, the first model we have is Spinosaurus, which this is the knuckle-walking Spinosaurus from the movie, and I actually used to have this pack, and this is one of my favorite creatures that is in the pack. And also, I just really like the Dino Dana the movie Spinosaurus. So, yeah, it's a really nice model. I like how it still has the colors of the original Spino with the oranges kind of splashed on it, though it is a little bit less than I would have liked to see. And it does have a lot of crocodilians, osteoderms, which is a bit inaccurate, and also it's knuckle-walking, which is also inaccurate. Also, another interesting thing is that in the movie, it actually doesn't knuckle-walk too often. Honestly, we don't see it walk too often, but it's not even, usually when it's on its knuckles, it's on them, like, for a few seconds, and then it stands back up, but it's not walking fully pretty much in this. And I have to give this model a 10 out of 10, even compared to the other ones. I just love this model. Actually, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is a really nice model. Though it is outdated, I still love this one. Now we're going to move on to euoplocephalus, which I'm just going to say right now, 10 out of 10 is one of my favorite redesigns since the original euoplocephalus was ugly. But yeah, this is 10 out of 10. I love this model. Redesign is great from Dino Dana. The colorations, even though they're chaotic, they still work somehow. Kind of the lightish pinkish red on the legs, the purple on top, and the yellow side. Though we have seen the actual design for the Albertosaurus, and it looks pretty much identical to this, so I'm curious if it's going to be different. Maybe they probably should have leaned a little bit further to the Dino Dan website Albertosaurus, which was purple. But again, this one gets a 10 out of 10. I love this species, love this model, love the animations, they're all great. Same, I forgot to mention Spinosaurus' animations were really fluent. We're on kosmoceratops now, which the kosmoceratops animations are pretty fluent. The model is a bit bright, though it does have the original colors from the one from the show. And yeah, generally, I would give it a, I don't know, a 7 out of 10. Maybe actually a 6.5, but I think a 7 is actually pretty fair for this one. Also has a walking animation, which not all dinosaurs have, but I think it's generally really good. But anyways, on to the next one, which is the Brachiosaurus. And yeah, the Brachiosaurus model is really tall, so it's really hard to get in the frame anywhere. But looking up at the top of this thing, all the animations are really slow and are generally RARs. And also it has had pretty much the same model since Dino Dan, except it has been slightly remodeled just to get the textures a little bit better. And generally, it has stayed mostly the same, though I don't think it really needs a redesign unlike the Albertosaurus. And yeah, I'd give this one a 5 out of 10. I'm not crazy about the Dino Dan Brachiosaurus. I never was the biggest fan of it, though I also don't hate it. And it also has a lot of, just mention this, it has a lot of spikes. But anyways, on to the next model, which is the one, the only Diplodocus. And yeah, the Diplodocus model is unfortunately not the movie variation, which really sucks. I love the movie Diplodocus. It's one of my favorite redesigns, and it's actually not that one. It's the same as the Dino Dana and Dino Dan Trek's Adventure Diplodocus. And somehow this model looks way better than their Albertosaurus design, which even though it is just a recolor of this, I don't know how this one looks way better. And I give this one a 4.5 out of 10. If it was the movie variation, probably get a 9.5 or maybe even a 10 out of 10. But I do really like this, like the Diplodocus, though I'm not the biggest fan of the original Dino Dan one, though it is still pretty nice. The animations are slow, but fluent, and look way better than the Albertosaurus. In fact, I thought the Albertosaurus was broken, it moves so slow. But now we're moving on to probably my favorite creature in this pack, which is the Albertosaurus, another 10 out of 10 creature. Has the best, it has really good animations, really dynamic, though I think its base stance is a little bit boring. Though I also think the color work, the colorations, and the patterns, and the sound effects are all good. Also, I believe this was in here before the movie came out, though I could be wrong about that. I know at least the model, you could, like, if you looked up Albertosaurus, you usually could find this model before the movie even came out, and, yeah, that's why I was waiting for so long for them to use this model, but, yeah, generally, I think it's great. Walking animation's pretty good, and, yeah, again, another 10 out of 10 creature, and I think it needed a redesign quite a bit. Now we're on to the last one, which is Psittacosaurus. Psittacosaurus' model, I'd say a 9.5 out of 10, and this is a Trek's Adventure model, so it's a little bit older, but it's still not outdated. The pattern is great since there's like I don't know, like 12 or 20 different species of Psittacosaurus. Maybe one of them did have colorations like this. So yeah, generally, I think its animations are pretty fluent, though. I'm not the biggest fan of the poses it does, though I think they work. Generally, I do think it deserves a good 8.5 out of 10, or even a 9 out of 10. I think that's a good ranking. But anyways, I'm just going to show the side view of each one of these species. But yeah, this pack is really good, and I'd probably recommend this pack out of any of the packs to get. I definitely recommend getting this one because it has the second most amount of species, and also the models look the best in this one. And you get the most variety of, like, really nice species. So again, yeah, I recommend getting this one. But Diverse Species Pack number 3 generally has more species, but they're not as good as quality, and also not as memorable, at least, in my opinion. So, yeah, I love the Spinosaurus, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.